Today's video is something that I have been looking forward to doing for over 7 years. I finally have bookshelves, and we are going to put them together. I was trying to think of another word other than together, but we're putting the bookshelves together, and I am so incredibly excited. This is the first time that all of my books have been out of their boxes in almost 5 years. I am I forgot I owned half of these. Most of these aren't even in my Goodreads yet. I am so incredibly excited to finalize it all, put it all together, make cute little shelves. I can finally have cute shelves. I haven't had shelves. They've just been boxes or stacks of books around my room. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. With that being said, all the projects that I do, I once again started this at 5 p.m. So it is now 7. It took me and my mom together 2 hours to get all of the books out of their boxes. I'm not kidding you. But she's tired, so I have been given the task of putting the shelves together. So I am going to give you a quick little shelf tour of what I'm thinking the shelves are going to look like. And then I'm going to tell you something super secret, special surprise, and then we're going to start putting them together. So let me introduce you to my shelf space and what we got going on. So you and I don't meet downstairs very often, but my computer is down here where I edit, and behind my computer is where we got my personal shelves. So over here we have adult fantasy books. This shelf right here, the skinny one, is going to have all of my special and signed edition books and the pretty cover ones. And then we have more fantasy space over here. As you can see, the blue shelves have a lot more categories just because fantasy is the largest one by far. Over here, we've got a little bit more space for fantasy just in case. And then we got sci-fi because in my brain, sci-fi and fantasy go together. I have a buffer shelf just because I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. And then this is romance and then dark romance. Down here we have mysteries, thrillers, and then horror. And then following over to this shelf at the top we have my mom's literary books, which is a lot of religion books and then poetry. Going down we have YA fantasy and romance. Moving down more we have just YA books because I have some the freaking what's that trilogy called by Jennifer Lynn Barnes? Those ones, just literary books, I guess. And then farther down we have kids books, which leads into what is up top here, which is scholastic books. Still have so many books that I have been hauling around since middle school that eventually I'll read. So that's kind of that section. Then we have graphic novels. And what is that? Oh, picture books. We have a lot of picture books from my childhood. My family has always been a reading family, so we just have all the different types of books, And then moving down, that one, I don't even know what that's for. Oh, that's for my brother's books because he has a lot of books as well. That includes his Warrior series, and then all the way at the bottom is occupational therapy books. That's what OT stands for. Those are my mom's workbooks and educational books because she uses them in her job. My plan is to start with the farthest most blue shelf where the OT books are and work my way backwards just because I feel like that's best for what we have. Now, here's something I didn't mention. These books are all semi-organized into categories, and when I mean semi, I mean semi. It's literally split into special editions are already on the shelf. My brother's Warrior books, because he has so many of them, are on the file cabinet. My brother's other books are in a pile behind the file cabinet. And just for a little bit of backstory, what was originally supposed to be my white shelves that y'all saw on the first couple of clips where I wasn't speaking was supposed to be YA, fantasy, romance, all of it, because I thought it would all fit. So it's all kind of mixed in right now. But all of the original white shelf categories, so what I just said, is kind of together. And then we have what was the blue shelf categories, which was literary fiction, romance, horror, mystery, and then my mom's books are all together. And then we also have just like kids' books and intermingled. Luckily, I know because I made the piles what most of these go to. But past that, I don't know what's going on. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to start with the bottom of the blue shelf, like I said. However, I was gonna make a whole separate video on this, but there's no way I'm taking all these books off the shelves again. Have y'all seen that thing where you can become your own librarian in your home? I told my mom about it as a joke. I'm like, hey, you know how, like, I'm sure when you were a kid you wanted to use that library scanner so bad? And she's like, yeah, I became a librarian when I was in high school, literally for that reason. We bought one. And we're gonna use Lil Bib, this company, Libib. Library Lil Bib, I don't know, Libib. We're gonna use that website to categorize all of our books and put them all in there. We're gonna start with a free version. I'm hoping we don't have more than 1,000 books, but it is very possible that we do. I haven't counted in forever. Take your guesses now, honestly, because I'm also gonna guess how many books we have, and then we'll see at the end. I'm thinking we probably have 900. I'm thinking 900, 950. I don't think we have 1,000. Oh, if I'm gonna make you guess, I should probably show you the book stacks. I'll show you that in a second. And then we'll get going on our next part. But long story short, we're using this to scan them in. So I'm going to do section by section of organizing the big sections into their little sections, scanning them all, and then putting them in those categories into the online system and then onto the shelves as well. I hope that made sense. It probably doesn't. But let me show you these book stacks. Okay, so I finished my mom's OT shelf. You can't see it. There you go. Books. Yay. Honestly, it's mostly just files, like little file. What do they call it? File folders. Just file folders filled with like educational material for her job and everything. Like I said, but we've come to the point where we're doing the next shelf up, and if I'm not mistaken, it is the Warrior series, which is an absolutely humongous series. So let me turn you around to where those books are. Okay, so technically you can't tell, but these are all of my brother's Warrior books. I'm pretty sure he has most, if not all of them. Oh, that is the cat tree. Sorry. You know what? We'll just deal. But these are all of his Warrior books. I am actually first going to put them all in order to make sure that I have them all here. And he actually has a couple of the old covers and the new covers in the same book, and he no longer wants the old covers. So I'm gonna go through everything, get rid of the old covers, put them all in order, and then we're going to scan them in. I am very excited. Okay, let's go do that. I just finished organizing all of the Warriors books. There's a lot of them. I literally don't know if I actually got the order correct. I just went based off of the spines because I know all the spines line up. However, I ended up with 6 books that kind of don't fit in anywhere. Like, they have the same cat on the spine as another set that's like in the silhouette or whatever. So all I'm going to do is leave it like this and put the extra 6, A Vision of Shadows, just on the shelf below, because I know they're not all going to fit on one shelf. So we're just going to do that. And then I don't know where the special edition ones go within the timeline, so those are also just going to be off to the side as well. Now that we've done that, we can do the scanning. But now we need to scan in all of these Warriors books, and I am quite excited to do so. So let's do that. We're obviously going to start with the first book and then keep going. But here we go. I just finished putting all of the Warrior books in there. It actually took up a lot less space than I was thinking it was going to. I thought we were going to be like 2 full shelves, or like a shelf and like 3/4, which is really nice. But I don't know where the next section is. I think it might be just the rest of my brother's books. Yeah, just the rest of my brother's books is what's next. I have actually gone ahead because I thought that's what it was. I went ahead and pulled them all up here, which is where the rest of them are. I don't know what I'm saying. The rest of my brother's books are right there, but I want to show y'all how to use this Libib thing because it's super easy. And just so y'all know, you don't need a scanner to use it. I thought that you did. You literally do not. Isn't that nice? It's literally just a cute little site to organize your books, but all you have to do is go log in, make an account. It's literally first name, last name, email, where you live, literally just United States or UK, wherever it may be, or UK is United Kingdom, England, I don't know, just whatever it may be for you, right? You just type in that information, make a password obviously, and then it brings you here where you first have to make a collection, which I thought was nice because it forces you to kind of like, organize your books. So my collection is called Asher's Books because these are all of Asher's books. Wow, what a concept, right? But then it has that, and then you can select the item type. For me, obviously, it's all books, but they also have movies, music, and video games, which is nice. And then you can also just search for the books. So like if I wanted to search for Game of Thrones, I would type in game, came up with iPhone game blueprints first, but you could find whatever you're looking for in here, which I thought was really nice. And you can also put in the ISBN number as well. So yeah, just do that, add it, have a grand old time. I have a scanner, and it makes my life a whole lot easier. So I'm gonna go scan in these books, and then we're gonna put them on the shelf. His books are done. Ta-la-la-la. If you saw, there were a couple books that I moved. The dinosaur one is way too big to fit on that shelf, and then those 2 Animalac ones aren't going to fit in there at all, just with the way the shelf is built and how wide those books are. And then I moved those 2 up because they're Scholastic books, and I moved that one up because it is it's a manga. So I'm going to put it with the graphic novels, which is also why I pulled all of those, because those are all graphic novels as well. Which actually leads us to our next section, which is picture books and graphic novels. This is so repetitive. I'm having so much fun though, like genuinely. Literally listening to the Taylor Swift Torture Poets Department, the first 16 songs on loop because the other 15 are very sad. Like more sad than the first 16. And just putting books away. With my cool new sweatshirt, I'm having a grand old time. Or crew neck, whatever the heck. Okay, so really quick interruption, I guess. I was mid scanning in my middle grade books because I was just gonna keep going, because it's like real repetitive. Just be like, oh, now we do this and this and this. But this was one of my favorite books when I was a kid. It's called Float by Laura Martin, and I just remember loving it. It's about these kids with supernatural powers, and it's really good, right? I can't remember any of the actual plot, but I remember it was really good. And I was looking for the barcode on it. I'm like, there's no barcode. I'm confused. And one of the kids' picture books didn't have a barcode, so I was about to type it in and look it up and add it. But then look what I saw at the bottom. Advanced Reader's Edition, not for sale. Do you know how many years I've been lugging this around? And it's one of my favorite books too. This is going on the special edition shelf, but I am going to add it into our little thing. I just had to share. Let's go back to scanning. Wow, okay, so my lighting has gotten significantly worse without the sun. Let's not talk about that. So, as you saw, I just finished putting all of the middle school books, or books I've been taking around since middle school, onto the shelf. And the way that I have it organized is not a way that I would do it normally, but there are so many middle school books. Like, I didn't even realize I filled four full shelves filled with middle school books that I'm probably going to read and then give to half price books or something. That was my intention in the beginning, but I actually had to pre-pull some. These 12 right here that are just like dumb middle school titles, like Waiting for Unicorns, My Secret Guide to Paris, Heart of a Dolphin, stuff like that. Oh, I found out that I'm an idiot, and you know how I told you in the app you make collections and then put the books in collections? I accidentally put all of the graphic novels and most of the picture books in with my brother's books. So that is a me later issue, like not even tonight issue. Like it's gonna take me like over 4 hours to probably fix because you have to do them all individually. It's a later issue. Next is YA books, which also I'm including YA fantasy and YA romance, which I now have to fit on the 2 shelves. But it's okay. I think I can be able to do it. I need a Red Bull. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning. Well, if you're being technical, I guess it's 3 p.m., so good afternoon. But welcome back. I literally was working on books until like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning last night, and I'm like, I need sleep. So I took a little bit of a nap. However, we have finished all of the young adult books, because that's what we were last doing. We did the middle grade books, then we just did young adult. And sorry, my scanner shut off. I am only one shelf behind. Like one shelf too many books that are on, which I'm actually really surprised by. I also was able to figure out how to fix the books a whole lot easier, which is amazing. So we're back, we're moving on. I'm very excited. ooga booga, you know? But the next section that was supposed to be up here is literary fiction, along with some of my mom's personal books, and they're just gonna go on the bottom of this shelf here, which is really hard to show you because it's like right where you are. But that's the next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do thriller. Not thriller. Thriller is what's supposed to be on there. It's gonna be literary. Welcome back to the bookshelf show. Sorry. Let's get scanning. I officially finished the blue bookshelves. Barely. I barely fit them all. I have one cheap book over there, but we're not going to talk about it. Excuse how my scanner feels the need to interrupt me. All we have left to do are these white shelves. This is my fantasy section. Can you tell I really like fantasy? But I believe in myself. I believe in myself and I think I can do it. I'm gonna go scan all of these in. It's been 20 million years organizing this shelf. Oh. Waiting 7 years to make my own bookshelves was absolutely worth it. I'm in love. I am in literal love. But these are the finished shelves. I love them. I think they came out amazing. I do know that a couple of the books are probably in the wrong section. Like, I don't think House of Leaves is a fantasy book, but man, at this point, I don't really care. I've been doing this for at least 8 hours altogether, and for now, I'm in love. Okay, anything else is a later me issue. But in addition to that, now that all of the books are in their final resting places for right now, and I scan them all into the app, it's time for the grand total of the amount of books that I have. Brace yourselves, it's a lot. In total, I have 1,008 books on my bookshelves. Not surprised, especially once I was like at the graphic novel section yesterday, literally a long time ago. I was like, is this really gonna be less than? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, that's exciting. I officially have enough books to be considered a library. I literally, this is insane. I do know though that a couple of the books I need to change where they're placed in the site, like in the collections. So a couple of them might be scanned in there twice. I don't know. So, that is something that we will find out later. But yeah, let me know if there are any books you saw that you've read and you loved, or just I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm so excited. As always, if you have any book recommendations, please feel free to let me know. I love getting your guys' book recommendations. I've read a couple from you guys recently. Good job. Keep it up. I approve. No, but in all honesty, I really do. I do love hearing what you guys have to say. So, that's all I have for you today. Much fun. And until the next one, where we will be reading, because now that all of these are up, all I want to do is sit and read. So, I'm going to go do that now. All right. Bye.